welcome to QueenMommy with QueenMommy Fun Talk Season 1. Today, our guest is Shekhar Rajendran. He is a Bharatanatyam dancer trained for over 3 decades. Now, under the able guidance of eminent Guru, Dr. Sanjay Shantaram, and has been acclaimed as a versatile, soulful artist.
Shekhar Rajendran has been a recipient of the awards Kala Kusuma, Yuva Kalatanga Award, Nritya Kuvura, Natya Kalamani, Aryabhatta Youth Award, Abhinaya Chatura, Natya Kovinda from Sandalwood Artists, Sydney, Natya Samrat from the Telugu Association of Columbus, Ohio, awards from USA, Natana Tilaka and Kala Chatura from Life of Moment, New Jersey, Kala Arati Ratna Award from Phoenix in recognition of proficiency in the Bharatanatyam, Award of Excellency and Friend of Museum Ambassador of India's Cultural Dance Heritage from Texas, State Museum of Ancient Culture. To his credit, he has also received a Guinness Book World Record for participating in the longest variety show of 100 hours.
Let's welcome Shekhar Rajendran.
Namaskaram.
Namaskara, Shekhar avare hegidira?
I'm very good, Rituma. Thank you. And I'm really good. Hope you're also doing good.
Yeah, our audience will be enivattu. What is this? Today she's talking in Kannada ankobodu. He is from Bangalore, Kannadiga, but he knows Telugu and English only we're gonna continue.
Yeah, I think firstly, Namaskaram Andariki and Nenu Shekhar Rajendran, a very simple Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi practitioner from Bangalore and disciple of Guru Dr. Sanjay Shantaram. And I'm very, very happy to be a part of this wonderful interview session by Soumya. And thank you so much for inviting me, Soumya. It's been really a great pleasure. Looking forward to this interview. And
thank you so much for your valuable time. I know it's so late for you and you didn't even had your dinner. And it's so much hectic for you, I know. But you still gave us your time. Thank you so much. We are really honored for that.
It's my pleasure, Andy.
Yes, how come being a Wipro manager, it's already so much of headaches and hectic works, hectic schedule you will be having. And how come you're so passionate about the dance, not only in one single form of dance? It's Kuchipudi, Bharatanatyam, whatnot. I'm going to tell continuously the list again.
Definitely, yes. I mean, being a part of this art fraternity itself is a great blessing, I must say. As a male dancer, I think it is not only about being working in a corporate organization, but I think everybody should have the passion, to be taken forward as a profession. Also, is what I believe in. In that perspective, I think. Being a manager was, of course, an expectation and a challenge for myself because. A male artist, it not only allows you to, be an artist or whatever passion that you want to continue. But of course, there are certain male stereotype expectations from this society, right? Once you study, you need to be an engineer or you need to be a doctor, then you need to work, you have family, you have a lot of things as a responsibility that you need to take forward. In that way, I myself wanted to be working for a nice corporate organization and be in a good status. That is the reason, not to prove myself that I want to follow the typical male stereotype, but I want to show people that you can balance these two professions, if you're really determined to continue. And I didn't want people to blame, if he takes up dance, he's going to be, not going to be a great guy. Or if he's going to take up work, I think, that's what all about. He's just like a normal anybody else. He could not continue his passion. So that in the initial days of my life, I felt no, if at all I want to achieve something in life, I would like to continue in the profession of both what I would want to and make sure that I succeed in both of these professions and ensure people kind of, wow, that's a real achievement, because it's not very easy one profession and achieve milestones itself is a big challenge. And somebody who could do both, I think, what more one could ask for? And that is the reason I think I chose to be working for a corporate organization as well as continue my passion. And today I've taken it as a profession as well. And I'm very, very happy about it. And I should just thank all my God above and my parents for encouraging and supporting, without which I couldn't be sitting here today.
That's absolutely amazing. Actually, your journey being so many young generation, it's so inspirational, because people think once the software job got it and think they are settled in their life, and they don't want to probably think of a lot of things. They will do a lot of side jobs or something else, but they're not thinking about their passion. I know few people, once they settle down, whatever the interest, they just lost it, but you still continuing it, and you're encouraging, you're teaching to the younger generation. That's really amazes me. And
thank you so much, Samia.
Yeah, not only your one form, it's Bharatanatyam only. If you take it, it takes a long time to conquer everything. At least minimum 20 years or something, at least it will take for any person. You are very well trained in Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi and Western ballet, that too you learned in UK, and folk dances. How come all this? It's so...
I've been trained in Bharatanatyam for close to around 30 years now. And while I was completely oriented in Bharatanatyam in my beginning of career, I chose to also learn Kuchipudi with the able guidance of my Guru, Dr. Sanjay Shantaram Garu. That is when I started working with my teacher in the initial days. I think I was quite inspired by the style itself and the beauty of how classical dances form, very similar, very close to each other, but they're unique, in its own way. I think that was a very big, inspiration point for me, saying that how one could, define each style, but you can still pursue both these dance forms. And he's the one who introduced me to this beautiful art form of Kuchipudi. And I'm not an excellent or a yet, a top in the Bharatanatyam or this art form yet. Like how Samiji said, she was very modest in putting it across. But I would like to say that I'm still a practitioner, I'm still learning, and it's a very, very long way to go for any artist to reach a very, very, great milestones. I'm still in the beginning stage of my career and trying to, give back whatever I've learned. I'm still learning. Every day is a new learning while you're teaching your students or you're learning and watching somebody else. So having said that, being Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi practitioner, while in the journey of dance, obviously you will start loving and seeing so many different forms. I think you want to at least take some amount of that particular style and see how that you will be able to use it in your performances, or probably when you want to show it in some other events. That's how I learned the folk dances of India. We have done a couple of performances across the world, and that gives a lot of flexibility, creativity in learning the other art forms also. And the Western classical ballet was something very surprising and very new to that point of time in my life. In the beginning of my college days, I was introduced to this classical art form by Yana Lewis. She's the very exponent in classical ballet from UK. So she had come down to Bangalore for a workshop. I think it was very tough time back then. In fact, the charges were just rupees 750 rupees in Indian currency. I think we were not great at that point of time to even spend that money for the workshop, Samia. But it took a lot of courage and fight backs at home. I had to go on a hunger strike and say, what, I would like to learn this. Can you just help me out? And I think my mom somehow arranged for 750 rupees. It's a small amount today, but back then it was really difficult for us to even put that into place. And I did workshop with her for close to 20 days. I think it kind of widened up my entire horizon of knowledge. And she was the one who really, because being a classical dancer, learning Western classical ballet, like having those pliés and all of that is something very new. But the similarity is so closer, Soumya, because we call Western classical ballet, because again, that is also has such closer connection to our Indian classical art form. You look at our Aramandi, the position that we sit, the basic position, is the same thing with, with we have it in classical ballet as well. So it has so much of similarities, and it was so beautiful for me to, wow, I think art form is all, same, but it has different vocabulary. And it really kind of enthralled my, um, interest even more. And I did a few workshops with her, and I could not travel to UK. Just to say that I could not travel to UK, of course, because I didn't even have the basic to fund myself for the workshop. But yet she gave me a lot of scope to learn and be a part of her studio for a few days. And I think that influence is still there with me, and I still use her techniques and use her style into my art form, so that it gives much more beauty and uh, what do you call beauty and goodness while you perform. So there it is. That's how I've been a part of all these different forms, and I'm enjoying. As an artist, I think one has to be unique. So you need to learn, you need to know different art forms, at least by knowledge, but theoretically you need to know about it. So you'll be able to differentiate it, and you'll be able to classify and present it at various places as required.
Amazing. Actually, you just said you are like, I mean, you're so down to earth and you're talking, but whenever I see your programs, I always mesmerize. I have a lot of passion towards Bharatanatyam, but I never got a chance to continue it or do more about it. With my passion, I just do my dance. But whenever I see your things, oh my God, I need to start again. I need to start again. I always teach
Yes,
my daughter
definitely,
too.
Soumya. Uh-huh.
I showed your performances to my daughter. She says, "He's so beautiful, mommy." She's just 5, so that's what.
Oh, that's a big compliment. Thank you. I think, Tommy, I think I can see and hear your voice that you're so passionate, because you're saying that you would love to continue back. I think there's no age limit. I think you need to continue, and you should continue, if you ask me. Because a lot of people like you all, that moms, what you call yourselves, are, I would salute you all, because you're all absolutely, multitasking women, and you're all doing such wonderful things in your life. And why not this one thing that you would want to give up just because you are tied up with something else and you could not continue or pursue in your earlier days? I think you should go for it. There are a lot of avenues to learn and catch up with your passion again. We are all available any point of time. There's so many amazing opportunities available. Please do come forward. The platforms are waiting for you all.
Yes, after this, actually, I'm planning to join to you only.
Oh my God, that's
because
really.
I was so mesmerized, and whoever watching this video, I just want to put a point. I'm gonna put all the details in the description box, guys. But he is an amazing teacher. He have a team, and he is teaching everyone in his Zoom classes also. You can go wherever you are in the world. He can teach you guys. Reach out him. I'm gonna put all the info. And when I see your Shekhar Rajendran Art Factory, I felt this name is perfectly suits for you, because of really you have a lot factory of knowledge you are spreading all around the world, that one, and it's really amazes. And one more thing I just want to ask, you renowned all the worldwide, I mean, like you went to a lot of countries and you performed there on every stage, prestigious stage. So how that journey started and how it was?
Yes. Firstly, I should thank like my stars for giving me, the opportunities to be a dancer itself. I would say that itself is a big blessing for me. And while I took up this dance into more seriously, and I wanted to, make myself more reachable to people, and even the layman should be able to understand, like, and appreciate the art form. Because a lot of other influences somewhere our Indian art form is are not being able to reach the places where it has to be in a larger perspective. So I had this kind of ambition, saying that I should ensure that people in India or anywhere in the world would appreciate and should appreciate our Indian art form. The only way is that you need to be, able to communicate your art form and translate the art form where even a layman could understand. And that's just a step I took forward to reach out to a lot of dance directors in my career. And my teachers, my initial guru, Dr. Suparna Venkatesh, she was the one who introduced me to work with other dance gurus in my city. And that's how it began, the journey. And I met a lot of directors across, and I have had the opportunities to travel with them locally in the city and across the India. And while that was happening, I've also had the opportunities to work with certain senior gurus to work, in abroad through our international forums or to our charitable trusts and so on and so forth. And but extensively, I've worked with my own guru, Dr. Sanjay Shantaram Garu, and he's the one who had given me these major opportunities to travel across the globe and put my talent on a bigger platform and exhibit and ensure that I get the right recognition and rewards for the same. And he had always put me into more than mythological, into a very fictitious characters and challenging me and my talent. And it has been a great experience with my guru. Uh, Along with that, we have teachers like Sri Hari and Chetana, who also had taken me, opportunities to take me a lot of countries. While he introduced me to a lot of directors from other part of these cities, and I think the journey was just beautiful, and I'm still looking forward. Everything is a memory, and it's still so fresh in my mind. And that is how people not only in India, people in abroad also started respecting. Wow, I think Indian art form is so easy to understand now. Because a lot of people were able to communicate and take this forward ahead, and that's how the whole journey began in my career. And I'm still very lucky to say that I am being able to travel amidst my work. And my corporate team is amazing. They've been supportive. The managers have been supportive, and they have been always my backbone. And of course, my parents, who have been pushing and supporting whatever I do. My students are supporting me. Whenever I travel, they take care of themselves in the classes. I think what more one could ask for, Soumya, right? So it's all a package that has come forward. I hope I'm doing justice. I'm still working every time the opportunity knocks on my door. I take it with so much of sincerity and with discipline, and I ensure that I give my best to convey this art form on a bigger level to the audience.
Amazing, amazing. Which country you left? I'm really not sure. Which country you didn't cover until now?
No. I'm not so great yet. Please, there are very senior stalwarts in the country. I
Whenever
have
we
just
see
been.
your performance, it's really, as I already said, it mesmerizes us. I'm gonna put some pictures over there. They can check out how beautifully they done. Oh my God, really amazing! And you did really prestigious stages like Akka, Navika, Basava Samiti, everything. I mean, in every country you presented this Guru-shishya parampara, you continued, right? It really great, actually. I mean, a lot of people, they want to carry probably. I mean, you are doing it so long. That's great.
Thank you. Because it is very important that you need to associate with your teachers, with your gurus. And rightly, like you brought out this point, the Guru-shishya parampara. I was very determined about this process, and I told my guru saying that, can I be a performer with you? And could you be, able to help me out to travel with you? Not when I say travel, not to travel abroad, basically travel in the journey of dance. So I would want to, experience that bondage, that experience the guru on the stage, because I don't know how many of the students were able to achieve in their careers where they could dance with it, because we have always heard that people have sat and seen the teachers teaching them, but they've not seen the teacher performing or the performing with them. So that kind of tickled my brain, saying, why don't you take this opportunity to ask your teacher that you could dance with him? So because while you dance with the teacher on the stage, the vibe that you get, the energy that you get passed on from the teacher is something incomparable. And we have been so lucky, that I must say that I've always been with him on the stage, off the stage, and I've learned a lot of things. And I think there is no way that you can evaluate this knowledge that you gain from your teacher while you perform together. And that's how I picked up this concept of Guru-shishya parampara. While it is a very old known name, but I would want it to continue and take it as a legacy ahead. I think I mean quite successful enough to go ahead. I should thank my teacher, Guru Dr. Sanjay Shantaram Garu, and of course the other teachers who've always been a part of my journey as well. And moving on to the next point, which I wanted to also tell you is that, see, going separately or branching out yourself and establishing yourself is also very necessary, because that's how you will know how to be independent and how you need to take up challenges, how you need to build a choreograph. So you will start working on yourself while you can always fall back at your teacher and say, you know what, boss, I do not know this, or teacher, I do not know this. So how do I get back to track? So that is always there. So, but you need to also, at one point of time in your life, you need to step up and say, you know what, I would like to step forward while I have a guru here to go back and always say, you know what, Guru, I have a challenge, I have a problem where you can help me out to grow. So I think in a way, this works hand in hand. And for me, it's always been, it's working in my favor. And I hope people agree to this, but of course, it's my opinion. And however, I wish people still get a great opportunity to work with the gurus and be a part of the guru productions. I think there's nothing like it. Samegara.
Yeah. Because like for a child, when she is with a mother, how warm it feels. The same way when a student with his guru, it feels that connection. Even the child will grow individually and do their own stuff, but they're still connected to the mother. The same way it's Guru-shishya parampara.
Very, very, very true. Very true. I completely agree to that. Exactly the same thing. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. And as a girl, as a lot of people will be so sharply listening right now, I think, about the makeup you do for yourself. Oh my God, how you manage? Look at this picture, guys. Look at this picture. Can you anyone believe this? He is the one. Yes, you are seeing right him on.
Yeah, I think that picture is from my recent production in US. We did this for a very wonderful team in Virginia. And this was under the able guidance of Guru Srimati Mani Srinivas. And she had produced this in United States of America. And of course, the director, the concept, the choreographer, everything is our guru, Dr. Sanjay Shantaram. So, on work with the team. And this is from the production called The Little Mermaid, and which we have adapted to our Indian story called The Matsya Kanya. It's a beautiful story. And I think the teacher has really made it so beautiful, as equal to the Broadway shows that what you all watch in your country. So that we had, come back when we had been, I think a couple of years ago, I think my teacher had seen this in New York, under the Broadway show, The Little Mermaid, and he came back and said, you know what, why don't we do it for our Indian audience, and let's try and adapt it to our Indian story. That's how Matsya Kanya was born, and I was the one who played the role of Ursula.
It was next level up.
Oh my God. I mean, thank you. And all the credit goes to the teachers out there and the students who have been fabulous. Samya, like I mean, people in India get a lot of opportunity to learn, come to classes regularly, get trained, and they'll be able to, and there are a lot of, sources available here to present it. But back there, if you know pretty well how much to go shop, to get costumes, to get makeup, everything is a challenge in its own way. But to bring that on the stage was a beautiful experience for me. And I had to completely thank the entire art of Virginia and Maryland who had came down all the way to be a part of this session and put up such a beautiful show. I think I should thank the organization and Mani Srinivas Garu and my guru for letting me do what I did and what I enjoy most. And that was the character of Ursula, and that is called as Dushkara in Kannada. Dushkara is somebody is an evil, and I love makeup, Soumya Garu. Somehow, I don't know, it has been fascinating to me, and it has happened, it has worked well for me. All those things, in fact, we did it within very short span of time. I think I took less than 30 minutes because I had to dress up the other girls for the mermaids and other characters. So we did all of that, and I had to get up and get dressed for that. Oh my God, it was a beautiful experience. I think it's come out well. So I should thank again.
Yeah, all these evil characters. I mean, you did few others also. I'm gonna share with our audience too. But those evil characters, we never gave an eye on them so much. Probably when we are seeing that story or whatever it is. when you just made us to see that character, I never saw this character, Dushkara. So
I
that's
think, like you said, rightly said, see, I would want to call them as an anti-hero because, even more than the hero, I think the anti-heroes steal the way the shows, and they are the person who, give the entire twist to the story, right? They are the one who give the climax to the story. Only then the heroine all stands out because of the, anti-hero. I think probably because of my, how do I say, because of my work, or because of I suited the characters, I was casted for this by my teachers. And I always felt, whatever that role that you get, you need to give justice, and you should live up to the character. Though this is a fictitious characters, right? Because this is not like what we see in Mahabharata. It's not a character that we already seen, like Rama, Krishna, or Arjuna, for that matter. We all know, okay, Rama means he looks like this, Arjuna looks like that, and we have a kind of expectation, right? But however, these fictitious characters have its own beauty and charm, because the director probably would have created in his own vision, this is how the evil should look like, or this is how the anti-hero should look like. But I took the opportunity to also to give a little more dimension of my own, and that's how I created this entire look of him. And every time I do this character, I keep changing the look. So if you want to see that, if you can watch in my Facebook accounts or my Instagram or YouTube channels, I always Dushkara has a different dimension every time, every look, every acting of his is different, because I want to be different every time, because I don't want to be stereotyped and people, oh, I know this character would look like that. So I try and ensure that I look different every time, and ensure that I meet up that expectation from the directors whom I work for.
So how you maintain your skin or beauty? Because putting all these makeups and colors, it's not so easy. And you are imagining that evil character also, but they're all turning out very handsome, guys. Sorry to say this. Yes, they're
Thank you,
handsome.
thank you. I mean, it's a big compliment. Soumya, I think you're making me. I don't know. I don't turn red because I have a very duskier tone, but yes. I don't know. I mean, I would want to say that, see, makeup, how it has taken up importance in my life was while a dancer, while I was, as an artist, I think I believe in that one has to be a complete artist. So you need to know the other allied forms, for example, your costume, your makeup, your stage, your lighting, your music, everything, comprises of an art form, right? You need to know every bit of it. Otherwise, what happens? You're just an artist. You do not value, or probably you would miss out that learning and giving value to the other, allied forms of your dance form. So I was always eager to know how it is important to know, or how is it you could go learn lighting or stagecraft, or your costuming and makeup. I've been privileged to work with people who have always been around, my seniors, or it could be my own makeup artists or technicians around. I've always gone and say, what can I know this? Can I sit with you and learn how the lighting works? Can I see what you do on the makeup? But I have not gone as such to any makeup courses. I have not undergone any trainings professionally for the makeup. It was always just by looking and learning. So there are amazing makeup artists in our city. We have senior makeup. I must say, they are tutors. They are the gods of our city. Like Kanak Raj uncle. We had Daniel sir. We have Vijay. There are so many other, they're all classical, dance-based makeup artists. But of course, we have so many other makeup artists also in our city and abroad. So I've learned from all of these people over the period of time. When I say learning, when they do to me or when they do some other kind, I observe and say, okay, this is something they're doing. So what is the contouring? What color they use, and why do they use such kind of colors? And what is it? And thereafter, I took it up into my own stride and said, okay, what is it I could add to this to make it even more, beautiful? And that's how the whole process got evolved. And I try and refrain from referring to any material on Facebook or YouTube. Why? Because then your creativity gets, cut. So I wanted to always have my own vision. So what I do is that typically when somebody says, this is how a Dushkara character, this is how the emotion is going to be of him, I start, sketching it out on my notepad. Or this is how the imagination of his crown should be, his walking style, or his dialogue delivery. Somehow I kind of make this into my bullet points, and then I start working towards it. And it's always been, what do you call? I always show to my teacher, during my rehearsals, and they approve it and they say, yeah, this is good, you're doing good. They give me a lot of feedback how you could improve and what it is. But I personally, whatever they gave me positive and negative feedback. For me, always it's all improvement feedback, and I take it so strong in me, and I say, I want to do this, and I want to ensure that people go back, oh my god, is it what the same Shekhar who looks like this is on the stage, something different? I think
We all
that
did
gives me that.
for sure. We all did that, and you are 100% successful in that. We all did. Wow, that wow factor was there for sure.
Yeah,
And your
thank you,
imagination really great. Actually, the imagination, and you are imagining the characters, because these are characters are in books, not they are not specified.
True.
We don't have photos of them or a picturization of them.
True.
So it's just a hearing, and rest everything left it to your imagination. So you
very
did
true, very
tremendous job. Amazing. And we heard a lot about your charitable programs also you did. How you got that thought? I mean, it's so wise thought. And
Samya, see what happens, I think being human, I think what we should firstly believe is that, see, nothing is easy in life, nothing comes for free, right? Everybody works hard, everybody is making, their life to be successful, to at least live for the best they could. But at the same time, we should not forget where we have come from, the path, and being humans, the emotion that we all should really take it forward or make it stronger is that being more kind to people, being good to people, respect each other, give space for each other. While I say that, I have gone through my own share of difficulties in life. And being an artist, it was not easy. Being a male dancer, it was not easy to step forward. A lot of you have your own rough patches of life where people don't encourage you, and especially that you want to learn a classical art form called Bharatanatyam. They're like, you know what? I know Bharatanatyam is just for
yes,
girls,
exactly.
and who?
I had this
Why do you
question.
want?
I wanted to ask you very badly, because Bharatanatyam, whenever people say, they think it's only girls' forms, they will just make a gender inequality there. I don't know why. And you stood up very well. How that was really, I mean, because these days, whenever I say, are you guys learning any dance? Dances are only for girls, auntie. That's what they say.
Yeah. I mean, see, that is how it has been probably propagated over the period of time. While people have forgotten the past where the form itself was definitely Lord Shiva, the Lord of Dance, the Lord Nataraja, Lord Shiva, who himself is a male dancer, who, was, nobody's equal to him and his performances. So basically, that is how it's transcended. Then he called Bharata, then the Bharata was able to take the lessons from him and, goddess Parvati, then that's how Tandav and Lasya came to existence. And thereafter, it came to the earth and it spread across. In fact, back then, it's to be told that there are 100 and plus students, for Bharata, the one who wrote the scriptures called Natya Shastra for, dance. And that's how it started spreading. From there, it went on to different regions, geometrically, to different places, geographically, and then it started, getting shared into, ladies and women, and then it started across. While women took more seriously and they were able to continue, of course, male had their own challenges of life. They need to pursue their, livelihood. So things were like that. But doesn't mean that it is nothing stipulated only women should do this or men should do this. While today we talk about equality, I think everything is equal to them. And while women are into air forces and, into Navy, and why don't men also do the part of, learning or, taking the tradition ahead while it's available in front of us. So, people talking about this is man-based or women-based is something that we all disagree. I think there are a lot of people, male artists, are successful in this and they've established, and I think great gurus are there and who are equally good, as equal as the women today in the industry. But like you said, this challenge was there. I mean, everybody goes, even women have their own bits of challenges in life to pursue today. They say, no, you have to get married, have kids, and go on. You cannot spend dancing, and men should work and, get money for the family, run a family. So somewhere that is something that is very disheartening to know. But I think people are standing up for their own rights today and they're making their own mark in the industry. Likewise, even I'm trying to be there, I'm still trying to work hard and ensure that I am successful. Wasn't successful, I would like to, make the younger generation to believe in, say, this art form is not stereotype and gender based. And second thing, this also can make a living, and also you can be a proud owner of this form and a citizen of your own country. And hopefully a lot of people are getting inspired by looking at other artists. While I also do the same thing, it might be younger generation or the senior generation, I still admire and look up at their work, and I learn every day. And while I do this, the charitable thought came into me, not because it's a charitable word. I want to help the people who are in need of help. So while I say that, it's people like me who are finding difficulties to probably make some funds to learn dance. So I would want to help those kind of people who can learn dance. Money is not the only thing. If you have a passion and you have a great dedication, commitment, we are all here to support you. That's how I took up this, taking back to the society. What I learned from the society, I need to give back to the society today. So I have people who come forward and say, you know what, I would not be able to pay so much of fees, or I'm in such challenges. I'm not a person for dance. So I have taken those kind of people, and I'm giving them all that they need to pursue their dreams in the field of art. And that's how we have a couple of students who are learning under my company, and they've been quite promising, and they're doing pretty well. I wish many teachers which are doing silently, a big thank you to them, and definitely they want to make it more stronger, so that we can get this across the country, across the world. Anytime I'm available, anybody who wants to pursue their dreams, please do reach out to me. We're always there to help you all.
Wonderful, wonderful. And kids who are thinking dance is only stereotypes, but he proved it's not true. It's so cool, okay? And he level up for those things, and with some touch-ups of his own way. And tell us about your movie, that Bhunataka Mandali.
Yeah.
So how your passion towards acting?
I think, see, as a dancer, acting is a part of your, career as well. Because when it's a career, it comes as a part of dance itself. Because while you're dancing, you emote, you start, interpreting characters that you do not have you have not seen, or you do not live, but you still want to interpret Rama, Sita, everything like imaginative, and you assume to be somebody there, and you try to converse. So dance also has not only just mere using your dance movements, but you also have enactment storytelling, right? So that always kind of somehow I felt, I want to be more a person who is more into abhinayam based. I like more of expressing myself out, and I have had the opportunities to play certain roles in small documentaries back then. But I always wanted to take up this kind of acting also into my stride and see how best I could do in my acting skills. And that's how I got this opportunity from one of the film's directors, Raghavendra sir, and his wife is Sujata Raghavendra. And these two are the son and daughter-in-law of a very great director of our state, G.V. Iyer sir, and he's one of the marvelous technician and director from our state, Karnataka. He's produced a lot of movies. I think he's got a lot of talents, including our own Dr. Rajkumar sir, who's one of the icons of our country, film actor. Like that, he's got a lot of talents, out through his movies. I was blessed enough to be chosen for this movie. I just got a call from the production house saying that we're looking for actors, and we've known you, we've seen you work on your Facebook and Instagram. Why don't you come and audition? I was like, oh my god, what more I could ask for? I just bumped into the studio and I gave my audition. I think they were pretty much happy with my work. They said that the movie is going to begin, and shooting started just like that. And I have played a very, very important role. This is based on a child, and this movie's got amazing storyline. It's got amazing message for the society, and it's got a beautiful direction, and the music is amazing. And we have one of the great singers of our state, Rajakrishnan sir. He's also part of this movie. He's sung for this movie, and it has an amazing cast. And I'm looking forward for this release very soon. Because of Corona, I think the COVID-19 it got delayed, but nevertheless, I think we are back soon. And please do
We are
promote.
so eager to watch the movie. And one more thing I want to ask, I mean, these days a lot of men also pretending like a girl in the characters and being in that character and doing a lot of things as a comedian or anything. But being an Akka Mahadevi, I mean, as a male person, being in the Akka Mahadevi, how tough was that for you? You looked amazing though, but I saw Mahadevi, yeah.
See, Akka Mahadevi was it's a theatre that I worked for. That was long back around, I could say around 15 years back. That was for a theatre production where I had to play a role of Akka Mahadevi. And it was really challenging because uh, being or getting into a character of a woman is not at all easy. Or even for a woman getting to a character of a male is also not easy because you are completely transforming your inner self, your outer self, and you need to be completely different. So it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of will that you need to build into do justice to your character. I think that's how Akamadevi was the first thing for a theatre production. I think it kind of gave me a lot of knowledge and a confidence in me that I could carry it of that kind of character. And I got a lot of good praises and accolades for this work of Akamadevi. While that happened 15 years back, I think recently, while I do this character makeup and presentation of these characters, I felt, why don't I bring back for the Navarathri special, bring back those goddesses of, Durga and present it and how I could challenge myself. And that's how these avatars came into existence. I think starting from Andal to Padmavati to Lakshmi, Ashtalakshmis, everything was out there. People have really opened up and have accepted my work, and they said it is an amazing work. And I really thank my teachers and my photographers, my team who works behind this. Well, I say team, I don't want people to assume that I have around 20, 30 people. To be honest, it's only only me. And I call myself as a team because with me, I have amazing photographers in our city who do it with so much of passion, with so much of zest and, zeal. They come forward saying that I would like to support and, work with you, Shekhar. So it is more than monetary working. It's more of a love towards the art. People come together. So they come with me. I have my own sometimes my brother or my father who comes with me to help and hold my bags and to load and unload my cabs. So they are my people, and a couple of students of mine in-house, at times I take them with me just to let them know how it is difficult for a single person to get ready, at the same time to prove your characters out there. So very small 2-3 students who come along with me, my friends come along with me just to see how I get it done and all. So I do not have a bigger team or a team as such who's sitting down or jotting down costumes, makeup, go shopping. I do everything myself. Why am I saying it so proudly? Because one has to do that for yourself to prove your credibility. So I walk up to the stores, I go to the shopping center, to the market at a very local price or high price, pick up those stuffs, come back, you start stitching, you start knitting things, and you go to the tailors, work with them, get it done, trial, and then you go and work on your performance or on the stage for the photo shoots. And it's been good. I think I'm able to convince myself to an extent, but I'm still there. I need to really do a lot of things to build up these real-time characters as well.
Every time you mesmerize me for sure. And yes, of course, we are ready to get mesmerized again and again with your new things.
Thank you.
I know our program will be just for 1 hour or 2 hours. The background work will be more than a month.
True.
So that's, nobody will probably noticeable that 1 month or 2 months work, but they just watch in 1 hour, whatever the struggle, it's been back only. So yeah. That's the artist quality.
Journey, I know.
Whatever it is there back, it will be gone. Everything will be new and fresh and so.
Yeah. All the efforts that you put for months together for practicing, for rehearsing, 1 hour you're like, oh my God, the show got over. You feel sad there, but when you feel the audience like, oh my God, that was tremendous, and it was something that we could not believe. That itself will make all your efforts like, wow, you achieved the world. And every time you get that to hear, you like, you always feel you're blessed, and you feel that energy to come back and to give it the next time the best.
And it increases your hunger. I need to do more.
Yes.
I need to do more. Yes, exactly.
True. For me, it's like, oh my God, it's like burning inside. I want people to be like, oh, I can't believe this. I mean, it's not only about my character. While I work, I always believe in working as a team, and I ensure that each and everybody in my team has the same amount of effort, same amount of output they should be able to give. So we work as a team. We work with each other. We try to experience sharing. We try to share the knowledge and what we try to do. Work as a to bring up the chemistry and all of that. I think that is why I think our productions are being more successful. In other ways, if I have to say so.
And let's move on to the next segment that's called Chichubudlu. Chichubudlu means, hope you know, they are like a firecracker, stuff. This will be like, internet set. So it's everything internet based. What about your art forms, about what are the things? It might be forwards from the WhatsApp, or it's in Google, whatever it is. I'm just going to ask a few. You can just share your opinion with us. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's start. They say first astrological proof of dance comes from the 9,000 years old cave paintings of India. Is it true? Is that the way it started?
No.
Okay. And ancient Greeks and Romans annually celebrated their wine gods. Names is Dionysus and Bacchus. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing correctly of them or not. With the several days along festivals filled with alcohol, songs, and dance. Do you think they do? Because you traveled so many places, so I thought it will be interesting question for me to know.
God, I really don't know. I don't. Do I have an answer option called pass? Can I pass this question? I don't know really.
Let's leave it like
sure.
that then. Maybe there is something probably I don't know either. Yeah, I never visited there.
I don't want to be somebody who gives the wrong answer. Let me say I'm pass. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, and one thing they say, professional dancers is today regarded as one of the most demanding physical abilities and sports. According to studies, 80% of all professional dancers have at least one major injury during their career, and staggering 93% of dance teachers were forced into position after career-ending injury. Is that true, do you think? Anybody will get that major injury?
I mean, I don't know how statistically this is all evaluated, but of course, if it's there up in the site, there should be some amount of research gone into it. But injury is something it's not inevitable. It is a part of everybody's life. But of course, for a dancer, it is, or a sportsman, I think most of them undergo this kind of injuries. When I say for dance, it's not a very physical, not you keep falling down, you break your hands for a classical dancer. Probably it might be a knee injury or a ligament tear. That could be a part of your journey because you're using your physical, body to work, right? So you might get into those small injuries. That again is recoverable depending on how you discipline. You do proper body postures, you do yogas, you keep your regime in place. I think it should be workable. But of course, the injuries, yes, is a part of everybody. As a dancer, yes, you will go through somewhere or the other in your life.
Okay. And there are many specific dances which can be sorted into single dance style or a families of related dance. Is it true?
I don't say that it can be a family as such, but of course, if you wanted umbrella under one umbrella, yes, all dance comes under one umbrella. But how you want to classify or how you want to put together something, I leave it to an individual because but everything is part of one umbrella called art. So there it goes.
Sure. And being you're a dancer, my granny is here. She just want to say hi to you. Will you be okay with that?
Oh, definitely. Why not? It's my pleasure and honor.
She's very old. I need to bring her here. Just for
Yeah,
a minute,
please.
if you don't mind, please.
Yeah, please.
బాబు నవరాజేంద్రన్ బాబు.
ఓ నమస్కారం అమ్మా, ఎలా ఉన్నారు? నేను చాలా బాగున్నాను, థ్యాంక్ యూ మా. మీరు ఎలా ఉన్నారు?
నమస్కారం నాయనా, నేను చాలా బాగున్నాను. నాకు సరిగ్గా కళ్ళు కనిపించవు నాయనా.
అయ్యో నేనమ్మా, ఇప్పుడు తెలుస్తుందా?
బాగున్నావు నాయనా.
బాగున్నానమ్మా.
ఏడు కొండల వాడు వెంకటేశ్వరునిలా చూసి ఆయనే కళ్ళ ముందుకొచ్చాడు అనుకున్నాను నాయన. చల్లంగా ఉండు తండ్రి, చాలా బాగా చేస్తున్నావు నాయన.
అయ్యో థ్యాంక్ యూ మా, మీ ఆశీర్వాదం అంతే, ఇదంతా పెద్దవాడు ఆశీర్వాదం ఉండాలి నాకు. అండ్ ఆ భగవంతుడి కృప ఉంది, అందుకే ఏమో నాకు తెలిసింది కొంచెం చేశాను. అది మీకు అందరికీ నచ్చిందంటే ఇంకేం నేను చెప్పేది. నా భాగ్యం అండ్ మై పేరెంట్స్ బ్లెస్సింగ్ నాకు. సో థ్యాంక్ యూ మా, థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ దట్ యు హావ్ లైక్ మై వెంకటేశ్వర క్యారెక్టర్.
బాబు నీకు పెళ్ళయ్యిందా నాయనా? అలా అడగకూడదు, పర్సనల్ థింగ్స్.
లేదు, చూస్తున్నాము, చేసుకోవాలి ఇప్పుడు.
మా ఊర్లో ఒక అందమైన పిల్ల ఉంది, వెతికి పెట్టేదా నీకు?
పెద్దవాళ్ళు మేము ఏం డిసిజన్ తీసుకుంటే నాకు ఓకే. మీరు ఏమైనా ఉంటే, ఎవరైనా ఉన్నారంటే చెప్పండి, డెఫినెట్ గా ఐఎమ్ ఓకే విత్ ఇట్.
ఇంత చక్క బాబుకి చక్కని చుక్క వస్తుంది నాయన, చక్కని చుక్క వస్తుంది.
అయ్యో థ్యాంక్ యూ మా, థ్యాంక్ యూ థ్యాంక్ యూ థ్యాంక్ యూ థ్యాంక్ యూ.
నువ్వు ఎంతగా నాట్యం చేస్తూ ఉన్నావు కదా, నీకు మోకాళ్ళ నొప్పులు రావా? నాకైతే బాగా మోకాళ్ళ నొప్పులు వస్తాయి నాయన, నీకు అవి ఏమీ లేవా?
అయ్యో ఎలా అమ్మా, అందరికి వస్తుంది. ఐ మీన్ అది డాన్సర్ నాకు కూడా అవుతుంది, మొక్కల నొప్పు, బాడీ పెయిన్, ఇదంతా పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ డాన్సింగ్, ఫిజికల్ యాక్టివిటీ కదమ్మా. సో వీఆర్ ఓకే బికాస్ వీ డూ యోగా, వీ డూ ప్రాక్టీస్ రెగ్యులర్లీ, అందుకే కొంచెం వీఆర్ గుడ్ అంతే. మీరు పెద్దవారు కదా, అందుకే అవుతుంది అనుకుంటున్నాను. వీఆర్ ఆల్సో ఓకే, బట్ ఓకే. మై గాడ్, అమేజింగ్. చెప్పమ్మా, ఇంకేం మీ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉంది? మీరు ఎలా ఉన్నారు? మీరు లైఫ్ ఎలా వెళ్తుంది ఆడ?
అన్ని బాగానే ఉన్నాయి నాయన. ఇక్కడ నా మనవరాలు చూసుకుంటుంది, ముని మనవరాలు ఈ కొంచెం ఇంగ్లీష్ నేర్పుతోంది ఈ మధ్య. బాగానే సాగుతుంది నాయన నా పని.
మంచిదమ్మా. నా తెలుగు కూడా అలాగే, నేను తెలుగు కాదు, ఏమో ట్రై చేస్తున్నాను. సో ఏమైనా తప్పు అయితే ప్లీజ్ నన్ను క్షమించండి. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ అ తెలుగు ఐట్, సో ఐఎమ్ ట్రైంగ్ టు మేక్ ఇట్ comfortable to Amma and I'm speaking, so please do forgive if in case
I can speak a little broken English. Is it okay? Will you understand?
ఎందుకు ఇంగ్లీష్ అమ్మా, ఎందుకు ఇంగ్లీష్? ఇప్పుడు మాకు తెలుసు కదా, ఇప్పుడు తెలుగు వచ్చింది, ఇంకేం ఇంగ్లీష్ ఎందుకు? మాకు ఇంగ్లీష్ జస్ట్ సపోర్టివ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఇప్పుడు
కదా. మన భాషలో ముచ్చట్లు పెడితే అదే సుఖం బాగుంటుంది కదా నాయన.
ఖచ్చితంగా మన భాషకి ఉన్న ఒక గౌరవం, ఆ ఒక ఫీలింగ్ ఏ భాషలో కూడా లేదు. సో అందుకే అన్ని మదర్ టంగ్ భాషలు వెరీ వెరీ బ్యూటిఫుల్ ఇన్ ఇట్స్ ఓన్ వే. ఐ థింక్ తెలుగు ఇస్ అగైన్ అ బ్యూటిఫుల్ లాంగ్వేజ్ దట్ ఐ లవ్ అండ్ చాలా చాలా గొప్పగా అనిపిస్తుంది తెలుగులో మాట్లాడేందుకే.
నాయన నువ్వు చాలా పెద్ద వాళ్ళందరి ముందు నాట్యం చేశావు కదా. చాలా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ ముఖ్యమంత్రి, కర్ణాటక ముఖ్యమంత్రి, వడియర్ రాజుల ముందు, అందరి ముందు. అప్పుడు భయం ఏమేయలేదా నీకు? చక్కగా చేసేసావా?
భయం అంటే చెప్పను, గౌరవం ఉంది. అందరికి గౌరవం ఇవ్వాలి. అందరూ పెద్దవాళ్లే, ఎవ్రీ ఆడియన్స్ పెద్దవాళ్ళే మాకి. మేమేమంటే మేము డాన్స్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఇది గవర్నరా రాజరా ఏం వీ డోంట్ డిఫరెన్షియేట్. మాకేమంటే దేవుడు ఉన్నాడు, వాడి ఒక నృత్యం మేము ప్రదర్శిస్తున్నాము, దాన్ని చేయాలా. సో అందరూ మాకి ఒకేలా కనిపిస్తారు, ఎవరు ఎక్కువ తక్కువ లేదు. సో అప్పుడు చూసేటప్పుడే మాకేమీ అనిపించలేదు, బట్ ఆ భయం ఉంటుంది. స్టేజ్‌కి ప్రతిసారి మీరు స్టేజ్ ఎంటర్ అవ్వప్పుడు మీకు ఒక భయం ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే చాలా చేయాలి, కరెక్ట్‌గా చేయాలి అన్న ఒక భయం ఉంటుంది. చేసి వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత మీకు ఆ భయం వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. అండ్ ఆఫ్ కోర్స్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ అయిన తర్వాత గవర్నర్ గారు, మంత్రి గారు మీకప్పుడు ఆ మర్యాద, ఆ గౌరవం ఇయ్యాలి మీరు. బట్ స్టేజ్‌లో ఉన్నప్పుడు మాకి ఒక భయం కింద ఒక రెస్పెక్ట్, ఒక రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ వస్తుంది మాకి. చాలా న్యాయం దొరకాలి మా ఒక డాన్స్ చేసేటప్పుడు అన్న ఒక ఫీలింగ్ ఉంటుంది అంతే.
మా మనమరాలు చెప్పింది నువ్వు చాలా చాలా దేశాలు తిరిగావంట కదా, అక్కడ మాలాంటి ముసలి వాళ్ళు కూడా డాన్స్ చేస్తారా నీతో పాటు?
అయ్యో చేస్తారమ్మా, ముసలి వాళ్ళు ఎలా చెప్పది, ప్యాషన్ ఉంటే మీకు డాన్స్ చేయాలనుకున్న ఒక ఉంటుందే. మేము వర్క్ చేసాం, వారి దగ్గర కూడా మేము వర్క్ చేస్తాము. దే వెరీ గుడ్, దే వెరీ గుడ్, దే వెరీ ఎనర్జెటిక్. ఈ ఏజ్ లో కూడా దే హ్యావ్ ద లవ్ ఫర్ డాన్స్ అండ్ దే కమ్ అండ్ డాన్స్ విత్ us. ఇట్ ఇస్ నైస్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఫర్ us.
నాయనా, అయితే నాకు కూడా ఒక డాన్స్ నేర్పుతావా? నేను కూడా చేస్తాను నీతో. బామ్మ, ఈ ఏజ్ లో డాన్స్ చేస్తావా? నీ మోకాళ్ళ నొప్పులు గుర్తున్నాయా?
ఖచ్చితంగా నా భాగ్యం అని నేను చెప్పాలి. మీరు నాకు మీ డేట్ ఇవ్వండి, ఎప్పుడు మీరు అవైలబుల్ ఉన్నారని. ఖచ్చితంగా మేము వర్క్ చేసొచ్చు.
నా బంగారు తండ్రి నాకు కూడా డాన్స్ నేర్పుతానన్నాడు. చల్లంగా ఉండు నాయనా, నువ్వు ఎప్పుడు నేర్పితే ఈ బామ్మ అప్పుడు వస్తుంది.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. నాకు ఇంకేం కావాలి, ఐఎమ్ వెరీ హ్యాపీ.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. తను ఇంకా భోజనం కూడా చేయలేదంట. ఇక చాలా నీ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఆపుతావా? నాయనా, మా మనమరాలు పిలుస్తుంది, వెళ్ళొస్తాను నేను.
నాకు బ్లెస్ చేయండమ్మా. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
చల్లంగా ఉండు నాయనా, చల్లంగా ఉండు. That was our Bama Shekhar Garu. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here today. And I know you had a busy schedule, even though you made some time for us and you shared your journey with us today. I'm sure a lot of people gonna inspire from this and they will start doing their passionate stuff as you are doing. And thank you so much once again for being here. It's our honor to have you in our show, and all the very best for your future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, friends, for being so patient in watching our program. I think I've shared my experiences and my joy of life with you all. I hope you all love it. And above all, I should thank this wonderful QueenMommy, Mrs. Soumya. She's been a wonderful host. I think I must say that I have enjoyed, and she brought back so much of memories in me today. And thank you, Soumya, for being such a great host. I think you have been so lively, so exquisite in your representation. I think it is a very new experience to me. I think the mommies out there are looking forward for this presentations and this YouTube channel. Please do subscribe, friends, because it is QueenMommy, and you're going to get to see a lot of new people coming out there sharing their experience. I think what more you can ask for somebody being a mommy? Just imagine she's able to do such wonderful program like this for all of you. I think you will all be inspired, and you will also support us. Please do support such wonderful causes. I think QueenMommy, you're rock. I think my salute to all the mommies out there. I think there's one big round of applause to QueenMommy and team for bringing this beautiful presentation and the interview sessions in front of you all. Good luck.